Gladys Menendez, and I'm your host to The Devine Show. Make sure to watch us on TV, Apple TV, Android TV, Fire TV, iOS, Roku, and Google Play. We have wonderful and talented guests today. We have Mike, we have Casey, we have Alex, and Shirhan. We will be talking about various things like their dancing career, dance in general, and much more. So welcome, guys. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us. Amazing.
Tell me a little bit about that compensation here in Miami. We were talking about music videos, but how about the tour life? How about concerts? Is compensation the same? Is there still this whole problem?
It's just like a long topic, so I'm gonna keep it the shortest possible. To me, and from my shoes, it's just about lack of knowledge. Because upcoming dancers and like one thing is the dance teams, other thing is the tour life, other thing is the music video, like the dance industry as a whole.
Right.
But there is like organizations that fight for dancers, like for example in Los Angeles, right? In Miami, I don't know, but people don't maybe know too much about like SAG-AFTRA and like Dancers Alliance rates at the minimum is this for a shoot day, the minimum is this for rehearsal. There is like things that like, I guess comes down to know your worth, because how you were mentioned, when you enter a team or a company or a show or XYZ situation, maybe you don't know how much you're gonna make, but eventually you're gonna sign a contract and they have to tell you how much you're gonna make.
Right.
So at that moment, you are reading your contract and then you say, oh, is my job, my hard work, my sweat, my tears, my time, worth this or not? It's your choice.
If you go into the industry and let's say dance teams,
Right.
you all know what you get paid.
But
No, you don't
I
know
disagree.
what you get
I
paid.
have.
But wait.
And you
but,
have no say in that industry.
Yeah, but once you're there, you can.
I guess.
Wait. Once you're there, you know what you're gonna get paid.
Right.
And you choose to do it or not.
Correct.
I think that's a complicated subject. I feel like as a whole, if we're going to talk about Miami and be realistic, as a whole, we are underpaid wholly.
This is that we don't have people that represent us.
Okay.
And you don't want nobody to represent you because you don't want to give a cut to that person. And that's the main reason. Like in LA, in New York, there's agencies, there are agents that take care of it. You don't speak for a job. They speak to your agent, and your agent speaks to you. It's a manager. Same thing as an artist. Anything they negotiate your rate from what the standards are.
Right.
But here in Miami, oh Shirhan, okay, you do the job is this much. Okay. Casey, yes. So there's nobody representing anybody, so there's not a standard, and everybody is getting underpaid because everybody does it for less and less, and that's a problem.
What other problems I guess you guys can say that Miami has in this dancing industry?
Nowadays, there's a wave of problems of teachers. Everybody thinks they're a teacher.
Okay. So I guess knowing your place?
No, not knowing your place. It's just earning the respect and trusting the process as a dancer.
Okay.
Like or being under somebody's wing. Like when I started teaching, for me it was about like I was with Kahinde, Amanda Tay, all these people. Zuzi, we were all dancers before, but Kahinde, we look up to him.
What are like some advices you can tell the viewers, those who are watching? What process is that?
I would say, like, ask yourself, what do you want to do in your career?
Right.
Do you want to tour? Then, well, this is what I did, and it worked, right? Like, I was like, oh, I want to dance for artists. That's what I want to do. Do you want to dance in a company? I have the, opportunity to do a little bit of all, but I want to be on tour. So then I was like, let me research who I'm learning from.
Right.
Let me go to the classes of the people that done it, that being on tour, the people that choreograph, the people that have that knowledge, that is going to get me closer to my goal. I guess like the base of a strong relationship is trust, honesty, and understanding, and communication. And when you don't have those things can get messy.
Yeah.
I was married for 7 years, and well, now I'm divorced, single. By the way.
Spotlight.
But I guess like the biggest issue was the miscommunication. My focus, I wasn't present there maybe. I was just more focused on what I wanted to do and my goals and things like that, and I didn't communicate how I supposed to. And I wish I knew better. At some point in life you just know what you know, and things happen.
How about we switch it up a notch and let's talk about these new upcoming dancers in this generation, whether the old dancers, what's the difference, what are the similarities?
Before there was a competition between us.
Okay.
But it was competition between us to better ourselves. So if I was dancing with her, we're like, oh, we're dancing with each other, but with no hate. Oh, you better bring it, you better bring it. So we're always like, there was that energy towards each other. Now is the energy against each other. Yeah,
They don't
correct.
wanna
They're
make
already-
it.
their
They
ingredients
just
to
want
it.
the cake.
Dancers hating all other dancers instead of helping them. Like, if you see a good dancer on a dance class or whatever on stage, what does it count from you saying, hey, you did a good job? It takes nothing. But maybe for that person is oh, thank you, I appreciate it. There's a lot of hate on good people or good talent, or even if that person sucks, but that, hey, good, I love this move that you did. Oh, here you look good. Because people are lacking that part of humanity, like being humble.
Right.
Like it makes no sense. The word hate is too strong, I think. It's just the jealousy. I
Just
think it's the jealousy
jealousy.
and
Yeah.
envious from people that has worked hard and has gotten to where they gotten, and then they just feel like, oh, I should be there. Yeah, but what did you do with your life?
Exactly.
And people, oh, I need to get paid this. Where's your resume? TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram,
I-
really?
Yeah.
No, but it's just a job. You're in a high for a period of time. But then when that job is not there, who are you as a person? Like what Mike is saying, like, do people like you? When you finish that job, can you go to the producer or the choreographer or anybody from the crew or anything? Hey, what's up, man? Hey, there's another job. They call you. It depends who you are as a person. Don't take that job and have that ego, because it's just a job.
Correct.
You just happen to
Correct.
be there.
Definitely social media. We live in a world now that social media is really an important part of humans in general, whether you like it or not. I especially do it because I have to. It's part of our job. The only thing that really bug me, and it's kind of disrespectful, it's like professional dancers get put in the same box as, it's not, TikTokers or people that just do social media content, and then kind of affect the rates or the profession as a whole thing, because somebody doing a post and making a lot of money, if you are cute and you do a lot of TikToks, great. And if you're a professional dancer and do TikToks and make a lot of money, great. But then there's still professional dancers that we don't like to do. I personally don't like to do TikToks. And when I get oh, but this person is I trained for years, I do what I do because I've been training for, part of my life. So don't put me in the same box. That's the only thing that really get to me, because it's I learned how to put injections. That's not gonna make me a doctor.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's not gonna make me a doctor.
Nope.
And I can say, oh yes, I'm a doctor. No, you're not.
Don't say you're a dancer and then you stand next to me and you can't dance.
Right.
Right.
So because
Right.
that's called practice. You practice to
Training.
become a good dancer. Every major job that I've done with amazing artists or whatever I've done, I have auditioned. Audition, not direct book, not nothing. Audition. Why? Because I train my body to do so. And why? Because I like to be under pressure. Why? Because I don't want nobody to say, oh, he got this because he's a friend of who. So, yeah. Instagram is not a resume.
And with newcomers, for people who are wanting to dance on a team or at that professional level, please be careful with your social media, because trust me when I say they search everything about you through the internet, through your Instagram, TikTok, whatever platform you have. And I've seen some girls not make the team just because they maybe were posting
They have
inappropriate
OnlyFans.
things.
Or
that, there's a lot of things you can go down the wrong route on social media.
Do's
And
and don'ts,
nothing
guys.
against it, but it just you have to come in terms with who you are and what you want in life and the path you're going, or the teams you want to make, or experience gigs you want. Make sure that everything you're doing is aligning for you in that path.
Let's talk about betrayal. Shurhan, why don't you go first?
Betrayal. There's one is because it hits. Because when you help people and people are ungrateful, that's where dancers. Talking about dancers and people also. There's some dancers, many dancers that I've put them in I gave them the first opportunity on stage or whatever, or I helped them, or they stayed at my house, stuff like that, and people are really ungrateful. And they start shouting out, oh, this person, but that person that really helped you, why you always like putting it in the back? Like you don't want nobody to know that they helped you. Like it's a little, and especially during jobs, people try to steal for no reason. Like be grateful and just wait for your turn. Like it's gonna happen regardless.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you did betray someone in a certain way and you didn't know that that was a betrayal, then the other person who was betrayed should mention it, right?
Yeah,
So be like, hey, look, I didn't like that you did this. To me, it was offensive. Okay, now I understand. So yes, it does have to do with communication as well.
Well, arts in general, but dancing, no, our topic, it's a really competitive career.
It
really
is.
is. And
It
even
is.
like with your friends, you know, like we have been in the same room, wanting the same opportunity, wanting the same job. And at the end of the day, you have to have really clear that your work is one thing, but your persona, you have, like, you know, if you have a strong values and like, you know, or you manage yourself as a person with this like principles and things like that, then you're fine, because, you know, a job doesn't define you, and like, you cannot let this greediness and this desire to make it control your life, because
true.
then you just go kind of like, you know, Star Wars, you go to the dark side. So yeah, like really, because you can be like, also be happy with your friends.
Yeah.
Like I'm the type of person that never forget who give me a hand when nobody else, you know, like who believed in me since day one when nobody else, even like my family at first or things like that. So it's hard to really like, because you get dragged into like all the surroundings that we all want to make it, and maybe sometimes you feel stuck that you are not making it, or like, why is these people and I'm better than this, but says who? You just have to, there's room for everybody. You
That's right.
do the best you can every time you have the chance, and the things that are meant to be for you gonna happen. The things that are not, maybe you're gonna be on tour really bad with this artist, but maybe if you were in that camp, you wouldn't be as fulfilled that maybe with this artist. And you, we tend to get to want what we want, how we want it. And universe doesn't work that way.
Nope.
It's like, oh, you want this, you want to be on tour, but maybe it's not this the route. Maybe chill, it's gonna happen this way. And then when you are here, it's like, ooh, it makes
Like, that
sense.
makes
It was that way, of course.
Yeah,
But we
yeah,
are just
yeah.
all caught up in the
Yeah,
noise of
yeah.
our surroundings. So
Yeah.
greed is a thing, but we have to learn how to manage that.
Okay, 17-year-old Casey, I would tell her to know your worth and to always stand up for yourself.
Just know, sure hand 17, that not everybody has your heart, and not everybody's good, and it's okay. And you're gonna go through life through obstacles and stuff like that, and you're still gonna be standing at the end of the road. So
Bro, believe in yourself. Regardless who believe in you or not, believe in yourself, work hard, be a good person, and love yourself. You're gonna make it. It's gonna be a good run. See you in so many years.
I would tell my 17-year-old self to take your time. There's a whole world out here. It's not just backup dancing. It's not just Broadway. There's so many things you can do with what you love, and nobody can stop you. Just work hard, and those good things will come to you.
Many great topics, useful topics for new upcoming dancers, for dancers that have been in the industry for years and are now becoming professional dancers, professional choreographers, for everyone. Remember to watch LifestylePlus.Miami on TV, like Android TV, Apple TV, Fire TV, Roku, iOS, and Google Play. You can listen to us on various podcast platforms like iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, and Google Play. Or you can visit our website, LifestylePlus.Miami. And with that being said, I am your host, Edmars Menendez, to The Devine. Until next time.